Fluffy, my dear, today's the day. No, well, yes, we will be doing that too, but it's what you've been waiting for longer than that. Stay still for me. And no, stop guessing. Your tongue doesn't work very well. Finally, got you that pair of eyes I've been promising you. I'm just gonna prepare your optical nerves. We'll pop them in, get them working, and then you will get to see for the first time in your life. No, unfortunately, they're not the color you wanted, dear, but beggars can't be choosers. Well, there weren't voluntary donors lining up to give me their eyes, dear. You get what you get. Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Yes, they match. Like I said, they were from the same person. Alright, it's going to take a moment for your vision to come in. Once I get these in, they're going to be a little cold. They've been on ice. There we go. Just gotta fuse that. Well, I'm as excited as you are. Well, went with a vision as one of the last things we did because I really didn't want you to. Look, your surroundings aren't lovely down here. And until you're appropriate for normies, you can't leave. And it's a little depressing down here. Also, no offense, but you're still kind of hideous yourself. But working on that, you're going to be beautiful soon. In fact, we're going to do quite a bit of that today. Your ears need a substantial amount of work, as well as your tongue. Your speaking voice is grating. Well, that's not your fault. That's my fault completely. You had no control over what I was doing. You've just been in a dark basement for all of your life. Alright. Let's get these eyes off ice and into your sockets. Alright. Just going to pop that in. You won't see it, you'll feel the eyes there. Or, I suppose you won't feel them yet. That one we might not do until we're finished with everything else. I don't really want you to be able to feel anything until we're done with the things that might cause you pain. That would just be cruel, wouldn't it? Fluffy, I know that you want everything that regular humans have. There we go. But there's an order of operations. Alright, let me do the last connection. Well, if I let you be able to feel sensations before I finished sewing things on and cutting them off, I'd just be torturing you. Besides, anesthesia's expensive. It's far easier to just not hook up your nerves to your brain yet. There we go. You should be seeing. Hi there. I'm your mom. No, I'm not going to bring a mirror down here until we get this fixed up. Alright. Eyes. Let's do a little bit of testing. Okay. I'd like for you to tell me when my hand comes into your vision. I'm just testing the range of what you can see. I want to make sure that we got quality eyes for you. I can't always go out and find another one. There you go. You don't have to say words. You can just blah at me if you need to. Okay. How many fingers am I holding up? How many? How many? That was being a little tricky. Okay. Do you feel like there's a clear picture? It's a mess down here and it doesn't look good and the lighting is terrible, but great. I'm so pleased we finally got that. It took me forever to acquire those. I'd like to work on your ears next. How do you feel about that? We do need to work on your tongue, but I'd rather you not talk too much. So they need a little bit of trimming. The donor that I got them from had enormous ears and they don't fit your petite little face. So I'm going to do a little trimming and shaping. Let's get them prepped first. They look a little dirty. The basement's kind of dusty. Well, I'm excited for you. We've been over this. Not until you're completely finished. Because I don't want anybody to make fun of you. Well, and I don't want anybody to know. I'm pretty sure that it's illegal to build your own human. You don't want your mom to get in trouble. A few weeks, a few months. We still have a lot to work on your musculature and your ability to move. I know we've done a couple walking tests, but walking isn't the only thing that a human body should be doing. And right now you kind of shamble like a zombie, so that would be a dead giveaway. They're green. I found a rare one. I know you said you wanted blue, but like I said, it's too hard to find somebody alone in a dark alley that had blue eyes. There we go. Had to get all that dust off. I'm sorry that I can't keep the basement a little cleaner. Alright, just a little cutting. You won't feel a thing like usual. And then we'll do a little bit of shaping. Alright. We do need to attach some parts. Well, they weren't a whole specimen, unfortunately, but I have some things I can graft on to get them more typical looking. Hopefully today we're going to get your entire face to a point that is relatively normal. but right now I just want to, can you stay still for me, dear? Thank you. Even things out. Well, where did you get that idea? We're trying to make you look normal, not unique. Once you've been established as a human being long enough and you've gone to the human schools or whatever, you're a little old looking to go to school though. You could use the education though. Once you've established yourself as one of them, then you can start making modifications however you like. This one right here, that needs to go. Some of the flesh didn't survive the journey back to the basement, unfortunately. There is a possibility that when I give you the ability to feel, there will be some parts of your body that you won't have proper nerve endings to. It's kind of par for the course when you're building your own person. Does that look even? I don't know why I'm asking you. You can't see. Does that look even to me? Oh, Fluffy. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I think you're beautiful, no matter what you look like, but I do need you to look normal so that you can pass as a human. That's what you want to do, right? You don't have to. If you never want to go outside, you can look however you want. There we go. Let's do a little shaping and grafting. Let me just score here. Well, did you like that audiobook that I put on for you last night? It was a good one. I liked it. Well, you can choose again. I'll read you a list and tell me what's interesting. You want fiction, non-fiction, fantasy, sci-fi? What is it that you'd like me to put on tonight? Ugh. It feels like brain rot to me, but your choice. Darling, when did you get so opinionated? I didn't think that I programmed that into you. I guess that's what happens when you have a child. You expect them to be one way, and then they're their own person. No, absolutely not. We talked about that as well. Your name is Fluffy. No, end of discussion. When you go out among the humans, you can choose a different name. until then, I won't remember anything else. Besides, Fluffy is ironic and hilarious to me. Well, now that you've got your vision, we can haul the TV down here and you can watch whatever you like to, although I would really prefer that you continue to listen to some educational audiobooks or at least podcasts. You have a lot to learn about the world, and I fear that much of what you've learned has come from less than quality programming. Probably shouldn't have given you control of your hands so that you could change the station so early. Alright, now attach the grafts. I'm going to take off my glove for this. Well, I'm concerned about getting a bit of my glove inside the graft. I washed my hands before I put these in, don't worry. You really know much about infection. Well, I'll teach you how to use the remote so you can change it. But I'd like you to watch at least 2 hours of something educational before you start scrolling through YouTube shorts. Well, you still have a lot to learn about the way the world is. Being a human, passing for one, isn't just about looking like one. It's about knowing how to act like one. Of course, there's variation. Not all humans are the same. But in some essential ways, they are. Not anything or anybody gets to be characterized as a human. There are a certain set of requirements. And like I told you, you can start developing your own uniqueness once you're an established part of society. If you want to be eccentric, well, you'd probably do me proud. Okay. Perfect. Now we just need to make this one matching. Symmetrical if we can. Well, of course I'm trying to make you beautiful. But first of all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Maybe what I think is beautiful, you'll look in the mirror and hate. What I'm trying to do is give you a base that's easy to work with, that you can mold eventually the way you want it, okay? I promise I'm going to give you autonomy. As soon as you meet the requirements. Consider this your being raised like a child who was born naturally would be. I'm your guidance. I'm teaching you about the world so that you can make your own intelligent choices later on. But right now, you are not wise enough to make the right choices. Or informed choices. Which is why I want you to be more informed instead of watching people have pratfalls all the time. Look, I know that's hilarious to a young person, but unfortunately you look like you're in your 20s. But you think like you're 5. Like the way that one looks. This is why I failed ceramics. Oh, Fluffy, don't start that. Don't. You're not going to guilt me. We're not ready. We're not ready. Not even under the guise of night. Okay? Not even to... No. Okay, continue. Make your case. Maybe you have been watching those educational programs. Let me think about it. On Halloween, people would not be questioning as much. And it might be a good experience for you to... But you have to understand that people don't act like they normally do on Halloween. You're not going to be getting a good basis for the way humanity usually is. One moment. Darling. I know, and I know it would be a special thing for you. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to dry these off, okay? If you can promise me that you'll stay with me the whole night, that you will not leave my side, I'll think about it. That's not convincing. Try something else. No, I'm not. I mean by my side for the entire night. No. No, that's not by my side. I can't keep an eye on you. What if somebody runs into you and you get angry? You have some anger issues still. What do you do when you're angry? Fluffy, we've talked about this. You don't rip people's heads off. No, I told you you're not ready. Well, that's the tough part, is I made you stronger than me, so I can't keep you under control, so you need to learn to control yourself. I will continue to think about it, but you're not making a very good case anymore. you want to be? Right now you kind of look like a zombie. It would be easy to just be a zombie. No, I just made them. I just made them perfect. You can't rip them all up for your costume. We can paint them if you'd like. No. Where are you getting all these ideas? Stop watching the Disney Channel. There you go. Those actually look very good. Now, last thing. I promised I would. We're going to fix your tongue so that you don't have that really terrible lisp anymore, okay? Open up. Stick out your tongue. I'm just going to lift it up. No, I just don't. Oh, my gloves. Oh, didn't want to touch it with my hands. How is the salivary gland working? Well, I know you don't like it, but saliva is important for a human mouth. Honestly, it's important for every mouth. Nothing would work if you didn't salivate. Besides, you're going to need that when I give you taste buds. Of course I'm going to give you taste buds. Eating food is one of the world's greatest pleasures. And eventually you will need it to sustain you. You won't be hooked up to all of this nonsense. Alright. I think the issue is that you've got... Here, keep it open. 1 second. There's a couple nodules on there that are hitting against the teeth I gave you, and unfortunately I couldn't find a proper mouth to donate those. Okay, keep it open. Okay. I don't like that one. Let me see if I can snip it off. No. Fluffy. Well, tell me what they are. No, that's a pretty good one. I like that. Well, I named you Fluffy because I knew I'd remember it. I'm very bad with names. And I would have felt like a bad mother if I forgot my own kid's name. Say something. I think it's that other nodule that's the problem. Alright, open back up. We're just going to snip that off right there. Okay? Okay, say something now. Still a little lispy. Okay. Maybe it's the upper mouth. Tilt your head back for me. Show me the roof. Okay. There, that one. We'll snip that too. There. Okay. Flex your tongue a little bit. There you go. That sounds a lot better. That's passing, I think. Not that humans don't have lisps, but I don't want to draw attention to you in any way. That's why I'm making you look exceedingly average. Again, I apologize, and we can work on that later. But we really just don't want eyes on you when we first get you out there. These ears are perfect, and I'm honestly pleased. Maybe a little too perfect. I'm still thinking about it. Alright, let me give you a scenario. You're going to get punch. You drop your... You don't have a phone. You drop your punch cup into the punch bowl. You can't fish it out, right? Okay, tell me what you do. Well, let's say somebody bumped you. Oh. No, that's close. At least you didn't say you were going to rip off their head again. It's normal for humans to get angry sometimes. And if you want to cultivate an angry personality, you can do that once we get you perfected. The problem is, I don't want you drawing attention to yourself. You sound great. Your eyes are beautiful. And I'm not just saying that because I'm your mom. Alright, darling. I'll tell you what. You watch a little bit of educational programming for me. And I'll think about us going out for Halloween. I need to find some place that's safe for us, though. Okay? I'll put something on for you.